Just got home, been here 2 minutes. My temple is already burning. I know it's been bleeding off and on all day. There's the update. Neato, huh? Real cool. My ear, it was healing up and that was getting smaller. I thought it was finally starting to be done. Until about 10 of the right jets flew over today. And it was a bleeding mess all fucking day. It was like 12 times today probably. It's just gotten so swollen that it's about to burst the skin open, and I have to like break the scab and get it to break and then rip some of the tissue underneath, and then it will bleed out the orangish clear plasma fluid that seems to move around freely underneath my skin, and when it wants to pool in an area, it burns its way out from inside my body by like kind of an acid feeling. It feels like an acid burning my skin from the inside, like right on that little spot on my ear and right on my temple, all of these spots. I feel like it's burning is really what it feels like. Although my temples, it's more like little grains burning, than my ear feels more like it's an acid burning, but either way. Every time the plane's coming, tiny little white fucking filamentary hairs start whizzing around the room. Really fast sometimes. You can hardly notice them unless you like catch a glimpse of one, and then suddenly you realize what the fuck is going on. But most people are so fucking dull, they would never catch it even on their best day. Yeah, I'm that fucking good. It's a curse. And they like to fly right up to my face for some reason. They just kind of appear out of nowhere and then float toward my face. I have a feeling though they're coming out of my hairs. I've seen them grow on my face. Just white hairs spontaneously grow in little clusters and patches. Really fine ones too. And quite long sometimes. Although generally they seem to break off. They're, a millimeter long, maybe with a little curl to it. But not always. And just weird shit. It's bordering on supernatural feeling the way this shit moves around your body, and it seems to retaliate against you if you start to, if I start to do things that I know is alleviating this shit, is killing it. Suddenly it wells back and gets really painful in 5 places at once, and then something new will start to happen. And the white filamentary hairs, they're floating around because a high positive potential charge is being flown over in an airplane. A really high positive potential charge. Maybe, 2-3 million volts of plus power. Electrifying the, fuselage. Maybe it's just inside the plane. There's a generator with high frequency, high power. But either way, you spray chemtrails on people for years and years. They breathe them into their bodies. These are nanoparticles that get into every cell, and they especially like to accumulate near highly electrical areas like your brain and your heart. And they also get caught up in your sinuses, because that's where they're getting breathed in through, and they tend to gel up in your sinus fluids, that's what I'm experiencing. Probably in your other fluids too. So at a certain point, you become toxically laden with aluminum, barium, strontium nanoparticles. They're all specifically certain sizes too. That's important because the wavelength of a physical particle is its physical length, and the wavelength of a radio wave or to a microwave, any or, will correspond to a physical length. I think they're starting to fucking come out my throat now, because my throat has been freaking hashed. But then again, I've been screaming fuck you at the fucking planes and telling my neighbors to go fuck themselves for being cowards quite a lot lately. I think it falls under the category of free fucking speech. I probably wouldn't be having this Morgellons fucking nightmare if my neighbors weren't coward fucks and, said something on September 11th, or Oklahoma City, or Iran Contra, or dink, 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 just bounce down the lane. If my fucking parents' generation was anything they claimed to be, they would have fucking really thrown a fucking fit when Kennedy was killed by our own government, obviously, or factions working there within, and tried to uproot our fucking constitutional system back then. But they'd just rather take the credit for, for all the liberation of the 60s. And then, as far as really taking a stand, like, some of us modern fucking Americans have done about Waco and about Oklahoma City and about 9/11 and about yada yada, things that we can verify, not stupid fucking reports of Talibans and fucking yada yada from fucking other side of the world where we just gotta take your word for it. People are telling us the truth. Hey, fuck you and your fucking plane, faggot. Hear it? Don't see it. Just on the other side of the clouds. I got a fucking migraine headache. Gee whiz. My temples are burning, like it's burning right through a migraine from left temple to right temple, and that's where shit's burning its way out from my head. Wavelengths? Oh yeah, resonant cavities, the skull, the 8 hertz frequency. I do know that electromagnetic waves are called that because they're actually 2 waves coming out at the same time, and they rotate. And as they rotate, I guess this must be parallel to gravity. I'm not exactly sure on how they get their initial orientation, but as they move up and down, they create an electrical wave of AC power that radiates out, on its antenna, wide or direct. But as it goes through the spiral and moves side to side, relative to the up and down, it becomes a magnetic wave. And if you create antennas that pick it up at that angle, they can pick up a magnetic wave instead of an electrical wave, and vice versa. What I'm saying is, you run an 8 hertz carrier frequency out of your cell phone towers, and then you can beam all kinds of static and cancer fucking shaped vibrations into people's brains and just kill them that way. It looks like it was a natural fucking thing, but no, it's a poisoning, very high tech one. I guess the elites love that shit. Oh, let's get the world's brightest geniuses and figure out some sneaky covert way to kill people right in their own faces. Get them to do it to themselves and not even know it's happening. Oh, and we'll laugh and laugh and laugh, and all the doctors will get rich as everybody sells off their houses and gives up their children's college funds. Because their children got cancer too. Oh gosh, it's just the way of the world, I guess, because we eat fast food. And scene.